Francis sort of walks out. He gives her like a shake of his head, like he's disappointed, and there's like
I know,
this was a grand opportunity to throw down, and
followed by like an understanding nod from Bree.
Kevin will follow them in the distance, see where they go.
Sure. The others will probably lag a little behind to not just so that if something happens, like people can watch them, but maybe they'll just help as a distraction.
They should be obvious enough to follow without any problem, really.
They are, yeah.
One thing Bren will do is also share with these two what they heard in the little room was basically one answer.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially her.
Yeah, the idiot one.
Yeah, the shitty Lannister is apparently the one who's in charge.
But yeah, just sharing the rumor.
Which we certainly have a good idea of who it is. I mean, that is...
Along the way, and all these guards, like, Bree's gonna start hissing at Varen. This is your fault.
I will remember this.
Varen will give her a look like I couldn't let him go alone.
Yes, and I could not let you two go alone. Cannot separate the family.
Varen frowns.
That's probably the biggest compliment Bree's ever given. We cannot separate the family.
That's Varen
He's
is
touched.
perplexed. He is perplexed. He doesn't know what to take it.
It feels like it should be an insult.
Yep.
And yet...
I'm a lady of Caladan, cannot let a bastard go in my place.
I have standards.
Understanding.
When we get out of this, I will have words with you.
Yeah.
I will not be shown up by flowers.
You hear me?
Varen frowns deeply.
Bastards think they are legitimized, and all of a sudden they can run with the rosary.
Surrendering with knights. Why I got?
Of course, they recognized us two bastards. And look how tall you are.
Men, it's always men.
Oh, what do you know? It's Sir Alaric. Of course it is. He's bigger than three people.
Famous knight.
I'm just two people standing on top of one of those shoulders in like a long coat.
Yeah.
That's me.
He's like, don't even know why I bothered to try and get us into the city.
Should have just tried smuggling an elephant in.
The procession is pretty easy to follow, and it does basically go to like one of a plaza, basically with a little bit of wall around it. Here, everything's like made of like white, beautiful marbled stone. It is very well made architecture. There's a little bit of wall around it, and there's sort of a gate with like guards around it. Basically, like it's a little square in there around where like three big manor houses, like huge manor houses, are. It's very central in the city, and one of them do have like two of them have like the different Lannister symbols. The two varieties of Lannister lions, the one that's sort of laying down and the one that's standing up. And the third one has like a sigil of the city, which I don't really remember what it is. I think it's like a blue and red something. Anyway, it's a sigil of the city on there. And that's the one you're brought into. No one really sort of... There's a few guards like at the gate, but some people are walking in and out, though they seem to be like important people. Does Kevin just sort of follow in?
No, if he see them going into that manor, he at least knows the building.
Uh-huh.
And he will, memorize the location of it, and then he will skulk back to the others.
Yeah.
And tell them.
All right. Lorenzo has a dark look in his eyes, while Mansa sort of says, I suppose we have no choice then. They're taken in there, they're not coming out without being rescued.
Maybe. Looks at the manor house. Maybe. They were honored guests. It sort of looks at, would it look like would he, I don't know much about Lannister manor, but is it like...
It's the god one, definitely.
Okay. the guard barracks. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Well, we
Then.
have a few barracks around town, but this is like the main building for
Oh
this.
wow. It's the precinct. Assault on Precinct Lannister. Yeah, they definitely have a lot of troops and cells, and I don't know. I don't know how to handle this, honestly.
With caution.
I mean, we probably could have fought our way out at the bar, but
Where would we have gone?
but storming that place?
We should have gone to the zoo.
Should have gone to the zoo.
What is a zoo?
It's a menagerie.
The menagerie, yeah. It's the northern word for it.
The menagerie.
Yeah. The rest of you, sort of inside, the people with your weapons disappear to somewhere as you enter. Basically, you're led in, up some stairs, and a guard at the door unlocks the door, and you're basically led into a hallway with a lot of different rooms. As the guard says, you'll be staying each in your own room. Please do not try to talk to each other. The room should be alright. You'll be brought food 3 times a day. Please cooperate with any requests from your guard.
Halldamir just
See,
looks at them, looks down at them.
Bree looks once again accusingly at Varen.
Basically, they each give you basically a room. As you look inside, there's like a bed. There's a little thing with water in it. So you're washing your face. There's like a little dresser, allegedly probably with some generic clothes in it that you're supposed to wear. There's a window that has sort of, thin bars in front of it, but otherwise it's nice. It's made to not obscure the view too much. Not really big enough for Varen or Alaric to push out of anyway. It's sort of a nice view of the harbor, all the red sails out there with the lion on it.
Yeah,
Sure.
Halldamir will not be getting out of his armor.
Allowed in. Says, a servant will be coming for the armor and the clothes in just a little bit. Please be washed and ready when that occurs. Like put in your own little box.
Halldamir frowns.
Basically, you hear the doors being locked, and footsteps walking away a little bit. And each of you are really on your own, sort of contemplating what has occurred.
Bree whispers loudly, "Varen Flowers, you are lucky that Alaric is between the two of us."
He doesn't feel lucky at the moment.
It's like Bree looks around the room, looks at the window, looks at the bars in the window, and says to herself, "Huh."
Honored guests, huh?
Right. Then she looks at the bed and perhaps does the Song of Ice and Fire equivalent of like a fist pump, the Westerosi equivalent. Like, yes!
It's a nice looking bed, It's not the finest, but it's fine. It's like better than a tavern. So
Absolutely. She's she has some regrets about making this choice, but
Yeah. Varen is actually in a slight panic at the moment.
then there's like the
right
cons
when they
of,
find out he's just a worthless bastard.
No, not that, but
then there's the concept of a bath. Like she likes that. Oh man. Being captured is the greatest thing.
Bree on vacation in Lannisport.
After all this time basically spent traveling on the road with a bunch of men, finally there's someone who can understand her.
She doesn't even have to go outside.
Yeah.
And
Could
the
be.
one person who understands certainly is enhanced with basically a woman dressed as one of the septas, the head veil and such, only really face visible. is locked in or allowed to enter her room with basically like a set of nice, clean white gown and
This might be the first time Bree has ever seen such
a white head veil.
Yeah, because they're certainly not in respite.
She has these 7-pointed stars sort of on her breast embroidery, and she sort of walks in. Says, a shower will be made ready for you soon, my lady. Please undress, and we will take those filthy things out for you.
Good thing Bree was wearing the crummy, like, traveling clothes now. After she, like, oh, they don't need the silk anymore. Because... Okay. Well, Bree is a bit, like, reluctant at first. Then she sees, like, the better quality clothes. She's like, that might be fine.
The scepter does just stand here watching.
Okay. That's a little awkward, but, lots of awkward things happen. Bree will try to make a protest, proclaiming that because she is heavily scarred, she passes it off as like nervousness. That she does not want her unseemly blemishes to be seen.
She gives you sort of a hard frown, as this does not seem something she's willing to negotiate with about.
Of course not. You religious people. All right. Bree will cooperate. It'll damper her enthusiasm a little.
Huh? What does she do with her like weapons and all her things?
That's right. Well, perhaps I can sleight of hand the left-hand dagger and dirk out of sight of the wonderful frowny face lady.
Perhaps you can.
I would like to attempt to do so. It's a thievery. Yes, yeah. I think that is a thievery-related check.
Yes.
Yeah,
it would be
thievery
thievery.
sleight of hand.
Okay. I will attempt to do so. I'll go ahead and use the wonderful daily bonus from having Blood of the Andals. All right.
Okay, that's good enough to sneak away. She seems to be pretty perceptive and pretty insistent on like you doing everything in the open, but you managed to. Bree, she has a little bit of an air of Halen around that whole thing. Though he wasn't ever like this. This woman is kind of obnoxious, really, but she manages to just stow them away like under the sheets or something.
Mm-hmm. Like in all the clothes, and perhaps Bree is like letting out those silent like complaints and protests and pretending to be like embarrassed, and it's all a grand scheme because she's so treacherous.
Mm-hmm. The lady doesn't seem to be moved by any of her pleas, whether she believes them or not.
Alas, all right.
He'd be a real hard ass, really.
That's okay. Bree knows that she could break this woman, and that makes Bree feel okay.
The gnarled hands stretch out.
After that, basically a bath is brought in with very hot water, and the woman has a brush, and she will wash Bree and scrub her, making sure that she is as clean as possible.
All right. She's probably a little rough with that, huh?
Yeah, it's sort of a horsehair brush. Like it's a bit rough.
All right. Bree entertains herself by being quiet and fantasizing about hurting this woman, and then basically like, ooh, but 7. That's like, it's probably a bad. Well, I don't know whether it's a bad idea actually. So she gets into her own debate of like, well, religion's never been a big thing in House Caladan.
Mm-hmm. With Alaric and Varen, it's a bit different. A guard basically has told you to get rid of, take off the armor, put it over here, and you'll be given some fresh clothes to wear.
Alright. Varen will certainly comply, although he's not happy about it.
Reluctantly.
Yes.
Yeah. Alaric will do the same.
Right. You'll be allowed to take a bath yourself, though you will be basically told that if you knock on the door, you shall be, a servant boy will be really ready to assist you should you require particular assistance.
Alaric will make a joke that he prefers women. So
No one's
get on
laughing.
with Aww. They're so dull.
It's more like something like fucking, these reach men just.
And it's like that, and then it's like there's also the knowledge that if you actually are who they think you are, it's like fuck, like look at them, like
No, they believe that you would do that sort of thing, because you're just like a filthy reach man without morals. Like that's the kind of stories that they tell about you people. Gender doesn't matter, age doesn't matter. It's like anything that can, there's basically no limits.
he would take me and hold me against my will in his own prison cell.
Yeah, exactly. While in prison, I shall be horrible to so many people.
How can I resist such a... No, I must not think like that.
Yeah, I must not. No.
Oh, but you must. Alright, cue the hot Marquis de Sade scenes inside the mansion.
So does Varen have to obfuscate the eye jar, or do they not does he have his equipment with him?
They don't mention his backpack.
They grab his backpack, yeah, but they don't seem to like loot it.
Varen is more stressed out than before.
But they have it somewhere, probably.
My beautiful eyes.
Basically, what you're left with is nice white clothes. From you haven't really been in this situation before, but allegedly, they will make if you're here to stay for longer, they will make you clothes that fit your house color and sigil, and they will dress you in those.
Oh, that's pretty
your
nice.
house and such. You're generally sometimes these sort of noble guests will even be allowed to gather with other noble guests. Guests, obviously, it's like a word for yielded nobles, basically, until you can do something with them. Basically, because if you win a war, you don't want to have everyone hate you. So if you are really nice to them, nobility that is, normal people just get killed. Who even gives a damn? But nobility, one, they're even worth huge amounts of ransom. You kind of set the precedence of how your people will be handled if they get captured. People generally are very nice to their noble. If you yield, you can generally expect good terms. Which is what you're receiving right now. Outside, basically, you're sort of standing a little bit around awkwardly. Sort of, Norian says, they didn't really say what they would want us to do in this case. Thought it was best if I stayed outside. But they don't think they're coming out from there.
I'm afraid you're right. Well, sort of looks at the building. I guess we need to find a way in. Somehow.
So it says, what if we found some guards and we took their stuff?
I guess.
We don't have the big people anymore. They don't. They could never wear it, but I think we'd find something fitting all of us, no?
Yeah, we'll have to hope that they don't know most of the guards by name and face, or that they don't care too much.
Dorian looks at the building, looks at the guards. Rank and file, frowns slightly. We could always go sell the silk.
Yes, the silk.
And maybe while you're at it, a voice from above, find Lord Tyrell.
He's out hunting daughters, where now?
Well, we don't know what he is doing.
Yeah, I mean, we could go back. We'll probably just go back to the tavern and group up with the others, and then we'll come up with some sort of heist plan to get them out, maybe.
So now we're doing 2 rescues.
Yeah.
Well, about our rewards, Jonas. I think we could go a bit higher.
Yeah. She'll like go here. Oh, go hang out then. All right. Inside, it doesn't really take very long before Alaric sort of gets a frantically sort of knocking on his door.
Mhm.
Sir, yes, you're in there. Still?
Yes.
Of course you are. Open this damn door. You see someone entering your room with a very frowning officer behind. Just close it. He looks down. If I scream, kill him and the others. There's a frown still. Though you sort of, as he closes the door, like just the moment before it sort of closed completely, you can see his frown like change to a slight smile as it's closed. She looks at Alaric and says, "So, what did you think you were doing here? I lived up to my end of the bargain. If you're not happy with what you bought, then I'll have you know I'm armed." Just looking at you.
Alaric frowns.
I could have you killed right now if I wanted to. You don't scare me. Which is definitely untrue.
Alaric nods and says, Now, we seem to be at an impasse with this arrangement that we had.
I don't have to come here and to give you anything. It's like, I don't owe you anything. We had a deal. I lived up to it. If you're not happy with that,
And you did what exactly? Talk me through what you did for me to hold
now
up.
you come here to
our bargain.
threaten me.
I have not threatened you at all. I just wish to know how well.
Why you're
did.
here, though, I know. You're to get me. You're to humiliate me again. But I won't have it. I won't have it. Because we made a deal, and it's done. You understand? It's done. No more.
Alaric kind of takes a step forward, kind of breathing in, so he looks even bigger. He's not got his big plate armor to make him look as intimidating as always. He says, "Talk me through what you did, Moral. Talk me through it."
So it looks like he wants to argue as he's trying to think about something to say. He's like, hey, I don't answer to you.
Alaric takes another step forward.
I can call the guard in any minute.
You can. That's true.
You don't have a weapon. He took them from you.
Alaric's just got a kind of smile that says, I'm quite happy just to break you and then, be taken to a trial by combat at a later date. Just a nice, gentle smile at him.
Trial by combat? You wouldn't do that.
Why wouldn't I?
You have no right.
By the seven,
looks
I have
towards
a right.
the door. Frowns to say, I'm a Lannister of Lannisport. I don't have to.
And I'm the Lord Marshal of the Marches. Titles don't mean anything.
I sent the girl there, and she looks at say, she hasn't arrived yet. That's not my fault. She's going, and it's as fast as I could do. It's not easy being me, as you understand.
Remind me, girl, and where? Hmm? You see,
It's the young lady Hightower, part of the procession. My responsibility that I now squandered for your sake.
Mm. And you sent her where exactly, Moral?
Francis, to respite, as promised. You've nothing to come here for.
Perhaps Alaric remembers more of said nights of horror? Because I don't know, I'm drawing blanks. I don't know
You
what
tried to roll.
Yeah. No, he remembers nothing.
Not really.
No.
Yes. I promised that if you help me, I would be given the responsibility to prove myself, and, well, I wasn't going to get that anyway, so I was going to let her into your custody. Just, Hightower will support whoever has her, so you got what you wanted. It's not my fault if it's going slow or if something has happened. I did what I could. Now you come here to assassinate me or something, humiliate me, make everyone know.
Moral, if I wanted to have you killed, why wouldn't I have done it already? Kind of looks at him, frowning,
You
like
couldn't.
perplexed.
You had to come yourself.
I could have come before the war. I've got men to lead.
The city's too well defended. You couldn't take it.
Then
You wouldn't dare to hurt a Lannister.
why would I not have had you killed before the rebellion started? Come now, Moral. Why would I want you dead?
Yes, I don't know. But why else would you be here?
Because I have bigger issues to deal with, Moral. Bigger problems. And he just seems exasperated and says, "It's been a long year, Moral."
I've squandered everything for you, and now you come here demanding bigger things?
I've not demanded anything, Moral. If I wanted to demand, I would have come to you. You've brought me here.
He doesn't seem to realize that is perhaps true. But you came to this city.
Yeah. Are we not allowed to travel?
Not now, not for no reason.
I have reasons, Moral, but you aren't it. You aren't
Well,
the reason.
what reasons do you have other than me?
He shrugs and says, "Maybe I wanted some nice jewellery. And where else better than Lannisport, Moral? You know I've got a wife to be, wedding gifts and all."
Shut up. Skews his face. No. You wouldn't go here just for that, would you?
Doesn't Lannisport have the best jewels? Should I have gone to King's Landing? Certainly, Respite doesn't have a goldsmith. You see, I come here for nice jewelry, and then you bring me in under guard, take my armor and weapons in time of war, and then you say that I'm coming to kill you. Moral.
Would you like to do a deception check here?
No.
See how convincing Alaric is at this.
I mean, he's obviously not here to kill him, but, you know.
A frown. Then you're absolutely mad. convinced me to make a deal with a madman. Just realize.
Alaric frowns and says,
I should
"Moral,
just-
Are you insulting
I should just tell
me?
the lion about this.
And where is the lion, Moral?"
He says, I shouldn't tell you that either. She raises a finger. Don't ask me about that again. But I should just tell him that I found you here and that you threatened me, and he will take care of it.
And how would he
my fault.
react when you've taken the commander of the Lord of the Marches? That holds some sway, Moral. You've taken me under threat.
Well, I'll tell him that you took the Lady Hightower. He looks very clever. Yeah. That'll make him angry.
But there's a problem, Moral. Since
You have her now. That's because you did it. He says, I think that's the only way.
Alara kind of like bends down slightly towards, like to come more to a high level with him and says, "Moral, when I left Respite to come here, we didn't have any high towers."
Well, I suppose she wouldn't have gotten there yet then, but you're still acting rashly, madman.
When did you send her, Moral?
That's not important.
But it is, so I know.
I don't
if
remember when.
Yeah, I thought that as well. I don't understand how Lady Hightower would. Yeah, out of character, I'm confused. Just with Jonas as well. I'm not sure.
I mean, that was the whole shady dude in the garden was like, yes, there's a plot against Longthorn, and you should pay so that we can avert the plot. And we said, no, we're not going to pay that. And then I guess you paid anyway.
I don't know. I guess so.
Okay.
And then,
and then for some reason he now has sent nothing of this makes sense. You need to ask him, like, you need to be like, listen, like you need to start making some sense. Because when we spoke, he talked about a plot against the Longthorn.
No, this isn't the same guy.
Is this not the same guy?
This was Moral isn't the guy that said about like the whole Longthorn plot, but
that was said by Cloak Guy. But that was said by Cloak Guy, and Cloak Guy works for Moral, right?
I think.
Ask him.
Allegedly, yes.
Allegedly,
yes. I mean, then I would go with that. I would be like, well, your agent sought me out in Respite and talked about a plot against the Longthorn. Like, what was that about? Like, that alarmed me quite a bit. Why did you send your agents to tell me about a plot against the Longthorn, Moral?
Yeah, okay. Alaric will say, well, when I had one of the men come to talk to me about a plot involving the Longthorn, then you see, I've come at more of an impasse. The Longthorn is, after all, my liege lord, and I'm sure you don't know where he is, right?
So of course I do. She actually goes to sit down on your bed, sort of next to you. She just sort of sighs, takes out a wine skin, takes a big swig, hands it to you.
Yeah, he watches for Moral to actually take.
Oh, he drinks deep,
okay.
Really deep.
Alaric will take
awkwardly long time.
Oh, okay. Alaric will take a little bit.
This is all going to hell. This was not supposed to happen. But freed her. She's going to you, and that will free Lord Hightower to act without the pressure. And then you can go and solve this whole business. And I'll be the worst Lannister to ever have lived. More.
But Moral, we need the bloody Longthorn, man.
Says, well, they didn't trust me enough to be the one to keep him. Not that I ever thought they would.
Then where is he?
He's in the north.
The north? Where?
He says, yeah, Castamere.
Great. Fucking great.
Yeah.
Great!
She'll never get in there. There are lots of important people defending him. Drinks a little more. But now you show up in the middle of all this, and what am I supposed to do? Looks like it's really damn difficult, you know.
I don't know,
Trying
Moral,
to
it's,
do what is right. And get back at all of them, like you said.
Alaric like pats him on the shoulder. It says to him, "Well, all of the people from the Longthorn's party gone to Castamere?"
And says, well, except for her, I managed to get her out.
So all of them are Castamere.
And says,
Because there's
so that my uncle can blame the rains if everything goes wrong.
Alaric nods. It says, "Would you be able to get a handful of men, including myself, perhaps, into Castamere? Getting us out is not particularly the issue, but getting us in."
If I did that, then it would kill me. I don't want to die. I want to get back at them. I don't want to die.
But if the Castameres lose the Longthorn, he shrugs and says, "Then that's their fault, right?"
If I help you in such an obvious way,
Why does it need to be obvious, Moral? Do you not have ways? You're a smart man, right, Moral?
I am.
Then
She looks slightly affectionate, Alaric.
you can.
See? Seduce him!
I know. Then you can get us in to Castamere. If anyone can, you, Moral. You.
Just,
Touch his hand.
His hand, Alaric's hand is like on his shoulder. Like,
I suppose there could be a way.
and then once we have the Longthorn, it won't be such of an issue. The Reach will join the war, and it will be quickly over.
They won't die, right?
No.
I don't know.
Don't
Alaric-
hesitate, man.
Alaric shakes his head and says, "No."
Don't you trust me? And then touch his chin.
Exactly. It's like,
Stroke his head.
it's like, come Moral, if anything bad were to happen, then we'd march. Man, I've got the marches with me, and with all of the lines off in the Riverlands. You know, I could have come here with forces, but I had faith in you, Moral.
Well, why didn't you come here to talk to me then?
Because I couldn't
Expect-
just ask for a Lannister, Moral. I
Sort of
expected
thing.
you.
That's smart. That is smart. Yes.
I
Just like you
expected
said.
I expected you to find out that I was in the city, and that you would come and get me.
See, that's what I did.
And you see, I knew that you could do it, and now I know you can get us into Castamere. And I know you can aid us in getting the Longthorn and ending this horrible war. We don't need young men to die, Moral, do we?
Everyone's just, well,
Thousands of men, Moral. We can save them.
just, I don't know if. I mean,
Just this
I just
little thing.
wanted to get back at them.
And wouldn't
know,
this
I
be the
mean-
best play?
You said that they would lose, and that they would see that if only they had had me with them.
And now that we'll see that that you in fact drove away the Caladans who came here to kill you. Kind of overplays that bit like he's playing around. Like they will see this as you being good at what you're doing
If
here.
they had only trusted me, then none of this would have happened.
Hello,
See them sly that I get my way. Huh. Lost himself.
This would be the best way to get back at them. What's better than having knowledge that they don't? That you helped sway an entire war. And all they did was sit idly and think that you couldn't do such a thing. But you could. And if the Longthorn knows this, then why could he not help you? Why could he not protect you? If the Lannisters do come for you, they can't come for the Reach or the Marches combined, can he?
They can't know. They'll kill me if they know.
And they will never find out because you're so good at this. But if they did, we could protect you.
I'm not that good at it.
Alaric looks a bit shocked and says, "But I thought you were moral. You showed us that you could do things so well that I could walk into the city and be picked up on the same day."
I'm good at that.
And you can get us
I
into city.
know what's going on. I know everything.
Alaric nods and says, "That's why I have faith in you for this, Moral."
I don't know what's like this. Yeah. So I'll go celebrate. He stands up, looking at the wine. Just sort of puts it on the bed, and then sort of goes out to the door. I was looking in, clearly unhappy as he locks it again.
Okay, yeah.
Should have kissed the man.
Man, if he pulls this off, I will fucking kiss him.
After a while, the three of you, though Kruth has sort of disappeared, so I guess the two of you